Good morning. It looks like someone joined the showcase hearing with a phone number that starts in 720 and ends in 736. Can you tell me your first and last name and the company that you're with?
This is Eloy Leiva, Adela's Towing. Adela's Towing.
Leba. With what towing? I'm sorry?
Adela's, Adela apostrophe S. Adela's Towing.
Okay, hold
I
on
just
one
wanted
second.
to, yes,
Oh,
I just wanted to let, yes.
what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Yes, I just wanted to state it that we closed this company because it wasn't enough ROI or return of
Hold on,
investment.
hold on, sir. Sorry, the hearing hasn't started yet. The judge hasn't started. We have another 30 minutes. I was just trying to get your name, your business. Did you say Adela's, Adelas towing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it was
LLC.
Eloy? Okay. And it was
Eloy
Leba. And
yes.
Eloy?
That is correct.
Okay. Hold on one second. I'm just going to change your screen name so it's clear who you are. Hold on.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, and then I changed your screen name. You're on a telephone, so I'm not sure if you can see the Zoom session, but I changed it to Eloy Leba with Adela's Towing LLC.
Towing.
Okay.
Towing,
and
yes,
then
yes.
It sounded like your business is no longer.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Exist.
so you're not going to have any documents to present today? You just want to talk to the judge, is that right?
Yes, I closed my bank account. I closed my EIN.
But you're not going to have any documents to show the judge. You just want to speak to him. Is that right?
Well, yes, because he's gonna go into the computer and Secretary of State, and he's gonna look at these companies already not exist. You know, so.
Okay, then just hang tight for another 30 minutes and we'll start at 11 a.m. then. Okay, and then if you can just mute yourself, just so there's no background noise, it's going to be *6 to mute yourself. And then when the judge asks for you to speak, it's *6 again to unmute.
Okay, *6. Okay, perfect. Thanks. I'll do that. Thank you.
Good morning. It looks like someone joined the Zoom session for the show cause hearings with a phone number that starts in 303 and ends in 131. Can you unmute yourself and tell me your first and last name and the company that you're with?
Eloy Leiva, Adela
No.
Towing
No, Mr.
LLC.
Leyva. Mr. Leyva, I already have yours. Sorry. There's another phone number that's on the line.
Yeah, my name is Sean Gertis.
Okay.
And the
Sean, I'm
company
sorry,
with,
what was your last name?
Gerdes, Gerdes.
And what business are you with?
Actually just an insurance agent, and I already emailed a gal, so I'm more just listening in to learn what this process is all about.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Okay. That's fine. And just so it's clear who's on the line, can I just put what company you're with?
Yes, my insurance agency is P&G Insurance.
All right. Thank you so much. And you're on the phone, but I'm not sure that you can see it, but I'm just going to change your screen name just so it's clear.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm just listening in. So
Okay.
if that's all, I'll put myself back on mute.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before we officially start, Ms. Weisenthal, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Thank you. I am now calling proceeding number 24C-0069-INS. This is the Commission's bi-weekly insurance show cause proceeding set by notices and complaints to individual respondents. Today is February 28th, 2024. It is now approximately 11:02 p.m. and my name is Aviv Segev. I'm the administrative law judge assigned to hear this case. I want to inform or remind the parties that it's the Commission's practice to record and webcast legal proceedings, and that both the audio and video feeds of this proceeding are being webcasted. We're also as I said, we're recording this hearing, and we have a court reporter who is transcribing everything that's being said. To avoid background noise, please keep your microphones muted until it is your turn to speak. When you do speak, please speak loudly and clearly and do not talk over one another so we can get a good, clean record. If at any time I mispronounce a name or refer to someone by an incorrect gender pronoun, I apologize and mean no disrespect. Please simply correct me, and I will do my best to get that right from then on out. Let's start with entries of appearance. Mr. Horman.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Josh Foreman from the Colorado Attorney General's Office. I'm representing PUC staff today, and with me is Marquita Riley.
Thank you, Mr. Horman. I understand we have one respondent on the line, so I'll have you, Mr. Leiva, introduce yourself and tell us, spell your name for the record, please, and tell us on behalf of what company you're appearing.
Yes, Your Honor. This is Eloy Leiva, E-L-O-Y, first name, Leiva, last name, L-E-Y-V-A,
Thank you.
Adela Towing, LLC.
You're with Adela's Towing LLC. Thank you very much for
That is
that.
correct.
Okay, so let me quickly ask staff's counsel if they are still seeking to revoke your authority today. Because if not, I may be able to let you go. Otherwise, you will. I have to stay and present your case if you wish to do so. So, Mr. Horman, the staff still seek to revoke the permit or authority of Adela's towing today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I will now explain how these proceedings work. First, since the commission staff filed the complaints in this matter, staff has the burden to prove that the allegations in the complaints are true. This means that staff will present the evidence first. Staff's evidence usually comes in the form of witness testimony and documents that staff may present as exhibits. You, Mr. Leyba, will have the opportunity to ask staff's witness questions. And if staff asks for any documents to be admitted into evidence, I will give you, Mr. Leyba, the opportunity to object. You can object if you believe there's a legal reason that I should not consider the documents as evidence in this case. Once the commission staff presented their evidence, it will be your turn, Mr. Leyba, to present the evidence on behalf of Adela's Towing. Mr. Leyba, would you like to testify today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I will give you the opportunity, as I said, to testify after staff present its evidence. Is that understood, Mr. Leyba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you. It is my understanding, based on the record, that staff emailed the exhibits they plan to present today to the addresses on file of all of the respondents. So if you have not already, Mr. Leyba, you should check your email to see if you have the exhibits. This might make it easier for you to follow along. If not, that's okay as well, because each of the exhibits will be exhibited on the Zoom session screen. So if you have an access to your computer, you can view it that way as well. Let's move on to the evidentiary portion of the hearing. Mr. Horman, is staff ready to present its evidence?
Yes, Your Honor, and I do want to note one dismissal of a carrier that is not present today. Would you like to address that now, or just through my direct examination of Ms. Riley?
Since the respondent is not here, I think we can just address it during the direct examination of Ms. Riley.
Okay.
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, please go. You go ahead.
In that case, I'd like to call Marquita Riley as my first and only witness for today's hearing.
Thank you. Ms. Riley, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Riley, please spell your name for the record. And once Ms. Riley has done so, Mr. Horman, the witness is yours for questioning.
Marquita Riley, MarquitaRiley.
Thank you.
Morning, Ms. Riley. Who is your current employer?
The Public Utilities Commission.
And what is your job title?
I'm the program assistant for the transportation unit.
What is your role in this proceeding?
I review the commission records and coordinate with staff against respondents that do not have current effective levels of financial responsibility on file with the commission.
Do the commission statutes and the rules require motor carriers to file evidence of financial responsibility with the commission?
Yes.
Can you tell us which statutes or rules require motor carriers to have evidence of financial responsibility?
Rule 6008 requires that motor carriers maintain and file evidence of financial responsibility with the commission.
And what needs to be provided to the commission to show financial responsibility?
Per Rule 6008, motor carriers must file certain forms. An example will be a Form E as evidence of financial responsibility.
How long does this evidence of financial responsibility remain in effect?
Per Rule 6008 requires that each insurance company give the commission a 30-day advance written notice when a certificate of insurance is not being renewed or if it's being canceled.
What is the next step when you receive a notification of cancellation or non-renewal?
We use the commission's OpRights database to compile a list of motor carriers that we receive notice of cancellation.
Thank you. And before we turn to the specific exhibits, were the exhibits for today's hearing provided to the respondents?
Yes, they were.
And how were those exhibits provided to the respondents?
I created a list with the certificate or permit numbers along with the email addresses submitted to the commission. I then emailed that over to the AG's office along with the exhibits, and the AG's office emailed out the exhibits and also filed it with the commission.
And can we pull up hearing exhibit 1, please? Thank you. Ms. Riley, can you please describe this document?
Yes, this is the initial hearing cycle listing that contains the names of the motor carriers that the commission received notice that their financial responsibility was going to expire.
Who prepared this list?
Commission staff.
How was it prepared?
We use the commission's OpRights database to compile this list.
And when did staff prepare this list?
On February 9th, 2024.
Can you describe where the date appears on Exhibit 1?
Yes, it's on the bottom right corner.
Thank you. Does the commission create a hearing cycle listing like the one we see in Exhibit 1 as part of the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain documents like Exhibit 1 as part of its business record in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 1.
Mr. Leyba, do you have an objection to the admission of what's been marked as hearing Exhibit 1?
Yes, well, I wanted to let you guys know that this company was liability dissolution. I have a statement of dissolution, limited liability company.
Mr. Leyba, I apologize, but just one moment. I understand that you would like to tell me about the situation of Adela's towing, and I will give you an opportunity to tell me everything you want me to know.
Yes.
Right now, I'm only asking about. Do you have an access to a computer? Are you watching this
No.
hearing?
No, I'm on my cell phone, iPhone.
You're on your iPhone. On your
Yes.
iPhone, you should still be able to see the exhibit displayed on the screen. Are you able to do that? To view the exhibit?
No, I really don't know how.
He's only called in with a telephone.
Oh, you called in. You do, but okay. You do not have the ability to view it, to view what
No.
we're seeing on the screen.
No.
Okay. Do you know? Did you hear the questions that were posed to Ms. Riley about what's been marked as hearing Exhibit 1 about the hearing cycle listing, the list of respondents?
Yes.
You heard that?
Yes, I did.
All right. So do you have an objection to the admission of this document?
I only can object as far as I wasn't told that I had 30 days to cancel this insurance. Nobody ever said anything to me about that.
Okay. Your objection is noted, but overruled nonetheless. I understand what you're saying. Hearing exhibit what's been marked as hearing exhibit 1 is admitted. And again, Mr. Leyba, this is, again, I will give you an opportunity if there are any other exhibits that staff wishes to present as evidence, I will give you the opportunity to object. So if you have a legal objection, you're welcome to object, and I will rule thereafter. And then after staff present its evidence, I will give you the opportunity to say anything you want to say to me. So here again, hearing exhibit 1 is admitted. Mr. Horman, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Riley, based on this list in exhibit 1, what action did the commission take?
The commission sent a letter to each respondent.
Thank you. I'd like to turn your attention to what has been previously marked as hearing exhibit 2. And Ms. Riley, what are these documents?
These are copies of the letters sent to each respondent on today's updated list.
What does the information in the letters tell the respondents?
The letter explains that all operations under its authority may be suspended as of the date the insurance expires, unless proof of proper insurance is submitted with the commission. It also provides notice of today's hearing and advises each respondent that if proper evidence of financial responsibility is not submitted to the commission, then its authority may be permanently revoked.
And when did the commission send these letters?
The letters were sent on February 9th, 2024.
Is it the practice of the commission to create letters like these in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain letters like exhibit 2 as part of its records in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit exhibit 2 into evidence.
Mr. Leyba, did you hear what exhibit 2 was? These are the order of summary suspension and complaint and notice of hearing that were sent to each of the respondents in this proceeding. Do you have an objection to the admission of what's been marked as hearing exhibit 2?
No, I do not.
You do not. Thank you very much. Hearing exhibit 2 is admitted.
Ms. Riley, does the commission require motor carriers to establish and maintain a designated agent?
Yes, per Rule 6006 requires motor carriers establish and maintain a designated agent.
Were these notice letters sent to the addresses of the designated agents provided to the commission?
Yes.
How did the commission serve these letters?
The letters were served through the first-class postal mail.
Let's turn to what's previously marked as hearing exhibit 3. Thank you. Ms. Riley, can you please describe this document and the information it contains?
Yes, this is the attachment sent with each notice letter in exhibit 2. It contains information on how to participate in today's video conference hearing.
When was this attachment sent to the respondents?
On February 9th, 2024.
Is it the commission's standard practice to include this attachment with the notification letters to the respondents when it holds an electronic hearing?
Yes.
Did the commission create this attachment in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain attachments like exhibit 3 in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit hearing exhibit 3.
Mr. Leyba, did you note the hearing exhibit, what's been marked as hearing exhibit 3 are the attachments that were sent with the complaints to the respondents? Do you have an objection to these attachments being admitted into evidence?
No, no objection.
Thank you. Hearing exhibit 3 is admitted.
Can we turn to what's been previously marked as hearing exhibit 4? Thank you. Ms. Riley, can you please describe this document?
Yes, this is the the certificate of service for each notice letters and the attachments sent to each respondent.
Did the commission create this certificate in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain certificates like this in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 4.
Mr. Leyba, what's been marked as hearing Exhibit 4, as you've just heard, is the certificate of service for the complaints and attachments that were sent to each of the respondents in this proceeding. Do you have an objection to the admission of what's been marked as hearing Exhibit 4?
No, no objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Hearing Exhibit 4 is admitted.
The language on the certificate states whose name and addresses appear below, and below that it states see hearing cycle listing. Are these statements referring to the original hearing cycle listing in Exhibit 1?
Yes.
And if we could please return to hearing Exhibit 2, which is the notice letter. Thank you. This letter informs the respondent about what happens if it can provide evidence of insurance or surety coverage before the hearing. If the commission receives evidence of insurance or surety coverage, what happens?
Then we will not proceed against that carrier and dismiss them from the hearing cycle listing.
And did staff create an updated hearing cycle for today's hearing?
Yes.
Can we please turn to hearing Exhibit 5? Ms. Riley, can you please describe this document?
This is the updated hearing cycle listing for today's date. It contains the names of the respondents that we still have not received updated proof of financial responsibility from the respondents.
Did staff create this list the same way as you described for hearing Exhibit 1?
Yes.
Who created this document?
Commission staff did.
When was it created?
This was created yesterday, February 27th, 2024.
Did the commission create this hearing cycle listing in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain the updated hearing cycle listing in Exhibit 5 as part of its records in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 5 into evidence. Thank you. Mr. Leyba, you heard that hearing exhibit, what's been marked as hearing Exhibit 5 is the updated hearing cycle listing. And I'm asking you whether you have an objection to it being admitted into evidence.
No, not at all. No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Hearing Exhibit 5 is admitted.
Thank you. Ms. Riley, did staff send a letter to all motor carriers listed in hearing Exhibit 5?
Yes.
Do the addresses listed in Exhibit 5 match the carrier's addresses in Exhibit 2?
Yes.
When is the last time you checked to see if there were any change in the status of the carriers in Exhibit 5?
This morning of February 28th, 2024.
Are you aware of any pending applications affecting the common and contract carriers listed in hearing Exhibit 5?
We don't have any pending applications at this time.
Does staff recommend dismissing any carriers listed in hearing Exhibit 5?
Yes, we do have one dismissal. It is for Paudel Infinity Limo LLC, PUC number LL-04109. Insurance was filed for this respondent, so they are back in good standing.
Ms. Riley, would you mind spelling Paudel for the record?
Absolutely. Paudel.
Thank you. Are you aware of any letters returned to the commission?
Yes, we did have 4 return mails for this proceeding. The first one is for Alpine Limousine LLC. That company was dismissed. We did not have any other addresses on file for that respondent. CETA Transportation, that one, that respondent We did remail out to another address that we had on file. They are still on the updated list. True Limo LLC. That one, there was no other addresses on file. That company has been dismissed. And Budget Towing, that return mail was remailed out to another address on file, but they have also been dismissed from today's hearing.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. When does the decision made after this hearing become a final commission decision?
The recommended decision will become a final commission order 20 days after the administrative law judge issues the recommended decision if no exceptions are filed.
And what happens if a carrier provides proper proof of insurance before the decision becomes a final order of the commission?
Then the recommended decision will not be enforced against that respondent.
And what is staff's recommendation today?
Staff recommends that the permit or certificate numbers listed on here in Exhibit 5 be revoked due to lack of financial responsibility as required by law, except for Paudell's Infinity Limo LLC.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. Your Honor, I have nothing further for this witness.
Thank you, Mr. Horman, Ms. Riley. Mr. Leyba, do you have any questions for Ms. Riley based on her testimony?
No, not at all.
You do not. Okay.
No.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. You are excused. Appreciate your testimony. Does staff rest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Leyba, I believe you indicated that you wanted to testify. Is that correct? Now it is your turn to present your evidence. Would you like to testify, Mr. Leyba?
Yes, please.
Okay. Please, I cannot see you, but please raise your right hand.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
I do.
Thank you. You
Yes.
may put your hand down if it's still up. And you can tell me everything you want me to know about your situation.
Okay. This company, we opened this company on 9/20/22/23. Employer ID number, EIN, is 93-351-4828. When we opened this company, we contact with Copart. Copart is a big company who hires some tow trucks. And it wasn't enough money that they pay for us to supply with insurance and all the expenses that we had at that time. So we end up doing the dissolution of the company on 2/13/2024. We had to cancel our bank account, the EIN, the dissolution of the EIN, and because there was no money coming in. I mean, I even pay taxes out of that only 1,265 within 3 months of service. That's the only money that we recover from working for Copart. That was only 1,265.61. So we already dissolute this company. That no longer exists. And the tow truck is not working anymore since that day, So I don't see any other issue that I have, as far as canceling the company. Unless that you tell me if I did something wrong.
I'm not here to tell you that. Is there anything else you want me to know? I understand that the company is dissolved. You have a tow truck that's not working anymore. Anything else
Yes.
that you think I should know?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I understood and noted. Mr. Horman, do you have any cross-examination for Mr. Leyba?
No cross-examination today.
Okay. Okay.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Hi, for Mr. Leyba, since he stated that the company has dissolved, after the hearing, I can email over him a cancellation form so that we can go on and get his permit canceled with the PUC.
That would be great, and thank you for chiming in, Ms. Riley. Mr. Leyba, did you hear what Ms. Riley said and how she can help you become compliant with the PUC rules? I understand that your company is not in operation anymore, but you may still need to file some documents with the PUC to make sure you're compliant. So, Ms. Riley.
Yes, please.
Okay, so she just said that she would email you after the hearing and help you do that. Did you hear that?
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for helping me out. Okay.
Thank you. You're welcome. You would have to thank Ms. Riley. But you're welcome. Let me see here. Mr. Leyba, do you have any exhibits you want me to see today?
No, because all
Any
the
documents?
numbers that I have.
So I apologize. Any documents you wanted me to see?
No.
Okay, understood. Very good. Mr. Horman, any rebuttal evidence?
Nothing from staff, Your Honor.
Very good. All right, so this concludes the evidentiary portion of the hearing, and Mr. Leyba, and to all the respondents who are listening online, I will now explain what the next steps are, and we will be adjourned thereafter. So I will take this matter under advisement and issue a written recommended decision. That decision will not be effective immediately. It will be effective 20 days after it is mailed. The mailing date will be stated on the top portion of my recommended decision, so you should pay close attention to that mail date. You should also make sure that the commission has your correct mailing address for your company or companies. My written decision will be sent by U.S. mail. The decision will include information on what you can do to avoid revocation of your authority or authorities, the respondents' authorities. I do not know when exactly the written decision will be mailed, but as I have already noted, you will have 20 days from the mail date to take action before my decision becomes a final commission decision, again, unless exceptions are filed. Thank you very much for your presentations, Mr. Leyba, Mr. Horman, Ms. Riley. This will conclude our hearing. Any last-minute questions by anybody?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Hearing none, we're adjourned. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.